Today you will learn about our beautiful country of Indonesia through meaningful conversations, traditional Indonesian dance, and food.
We have a saying in Indonesia, tak kenal maka tak sayang, which simply means is to know is to love.
We hope that you will get to know us, enjoy our love culture, try our foods, and hopefully fall in love with our immigrant community.
First up is a welcome dance from the island of Bali called Puspenjali. Please welcome the Modero youth, Marsha Lynn, Anastasia, and Licia.
sore, good evening. Welcome again. Selamat datang to IndoMe, part of the LiveCulture program with PhillyCAM. Today, we just want to introduce you to our community members. My name is Sinta Penyami Storms, and I am the founder and also the artistic director for the Modero Company. And this evening, I'm joined by Nika Dila, Pastor Aldo from Philadelphia Praise Center, and Irza from representing the Muslim Indonesian community, and representing the young professional Catherine. So welcome, thank you.
Thank you.
If you guys don't know about, of course, Nika Dila knows what Modero mission is, but our mission is utilizing the aspects of traditional Indonesian culture like dance, food, and we use that as a starter for conversation and supporting the community with topics such as immigration, advocating for the community, and also for just different issues that we go through as a community.
Yeah.
Right? So I want us to talk about a little bit about our community. So maybe Pastor Aldo can talk to us a little bit about the Indonesian community here in Philadelphia.
The Indonesian community in Philadelphia, we have around 5,000 Indonesian, and most of them live in South Philadelphia. Very diverse. It means like with that background of some of them coming from Java, coming from Sumatra, few coming from eastern part of Indonesia. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so Catherine, maybe you can let us know where you're from. From Indonesia. Indonesia consists of over 300 ethnic groups
Yes.
with different languages. So which ethnic groups are you from?
I'm from Java, so I am from the island that is the smallest of the big island, I guess. So so my family is from East Java, but I grew up in Jakarta, which is in West Java. So even in Java itself, we have so many different languages, and people will learn their regional language before they learn Indonesian, and Indonesian is the national language. But on top of 300 languages, we also have 13,000 islands. So there's, well, not all of them inhabited, but there's a lot. There's a lot of diversity in our community. I think, we're representing here maybe 3 different islands, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So maybe Irsa can talk about what should we know about the Indonesian community in South Philly? What's interesting about our community?
Because there's a lot of typical from Indonesia. They are from Sumatra, from Java, from Bali. So sometimes if we saw them and we heard they are talking, I feel like I'm in a little Indonesia right now, right? So there's a lot of Indonesian store, restaurant now is one by one just open. It makes me like, okay, this is my Indonesia, my second Indonesian.
So do you think the food is also something that people should know
Oh
about?
yeah, that's number one represent our country, I think, besides the dancing and custom, and I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, rendang was voted most delicious food in the world.
Yeah.
Right? That's Indonesian.
Tell a little bit about rendang. What is rendang?
Oh, I think that Mbak Irsa will tell because I don't know how to make it.
But you know how to eat it, right?
Oh yes, I love to eat it all the time. It's delicious.
Yes. Okay, rendang is a beef stew. We cook with the coconut milk with lots of spices, and take us so long, at least 7 hours to cook it. But I think you need only 5 minutes to eat it. That's it.
Did you bring it today?
Today we're gonna introduce our famous salad.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe we can talk to Nika a little bit. So how long, Nika, have you lived in South Philadelphia?
5 years now.
5 years?
Mhm.
What do you miss about Indonesia?
I miss the weather. And then I miss the street food, like night market, or probably also like the competition for traditional dance, because I've been dancing since I was little, so I miss that also. But it's good to move here so that I could collaborate with other local artists, not just traditional Indonesian dance, but a lot of local artists here.
So as a young person, right, in the community, do you feel that you want to introduce your friends also to our community, maybe through the food, and then maybe inviting them to see your performance too?
Yes, absolutely. I always invite them if I have performance in the public where they can come and see me and get a footage of me. So they're really exciting about food, about performances, about everything.
That's great. Pastor Aldo, talk to us a little bit as a, I would consider ourselves as new immigrant community,
Correct,
right?
correct.
What would be maybe the biggest challenges or issues that we're facing as a community right now?
Right now, I think because of the current political situation, that really put any immigrant communities in unsafe situation, and we can talk more about how, as an immigrant, you protect yourself before you got into trouble with immigration. Yeah, but that's one thing that really significant in our community right now, in the Indonesian community right now. It's around immigration. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Catherine? Do you have any other thoughts as far as challenges in our community right now?
I think that's the number one.
Yeah.
And I think it is kind of, I think that that's a challenge, but also we also find community in that, right? So we are, because in Indonesia there's so many different ethnic groups. I think what's been amazing about coming to Philadelphia and meeting everybody from all different islands that I haven't even been to, is that it has a good sense of community. I think that the challenges that Indonesian community are facing are the same challenges that Philadelphians are facing. You know, a good living wage, affordable housing. There's a lot of development that's not affordable right now in Philadelphia. It's becoming a very popular place to live, but it's really pushing out a lot of people from neighborhoods. So I think we're just like other Philadelphians. We have the same challenges, you know, that they're facing too.
Yeah. So one of the dancers in the beginning, as an opening, said that there's a saying in Indonesia, "Tak kenal maka tak sayang," which means to know is to love, right?
Yeah.
So is that true? Like, if you do get to know us, the Indonesian immigrants in South Philadelphia, do you think you will love the community, or how, you know, like, what is the characteristic of the Indonesian people?
We are, I say we warm, like not just the weather, but really like as a person, I see we are very welcoming and warm. Like in the street in Indonesia, we always like bow to elders and like say something, not just like pass away. If you are on the streets, like always say hi to everybody.
Very respectful and also hospitable. That's from me. Yeah.
Irsa?
I think one thing you can see from Indonesian, very nice,
Yeah.
very nice personality from them. Yes.
Yeah. I think very nice and then hospitable. So I think that our community always love inviting people to come and eat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Especially,
Oh yeah.
yeah. When there's celebration, everybody invited.
Yes.
Everybody's from Philadelphia invited to
That's
try
our
food.
culture. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that I remembered and one thing that I miss, that here, if you want to go to somebody else's house, you have to make an appointment, or are you there? Are you home? Make an appointment. In Indonesia, you just
Knock the
show
door.
up, and then they will invite you to have dinner together without making any appointment.
So I can just come to your house and then you'll
Yep,
invite me
yep,
to have
yep,
dinner.
Yep, yep.
Let's go together.
Okay, so Indonesia has so many changes within the last years. Does any of you know how many total of Indonesian provinces now? It used to be 27. How many provinces in Indonesia right now?
Can I guess?
You can guess.
34?
I think that's correct. I'm trying to think. I think you're missing
32,
some numbers.
35?
35?
35, I think, or 36.
I think it's 36 right now.
36.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
From 27 is now 36,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, is there any not last words, but is there anything else you want to add about our community to let everybody in Philadelphia know how welcoming we are? Is there anything you want to add? You know?
I think in Philadelphia we have, but as I mentioned earlier, we have Indonesian stores, we have Indonesian restaurants that people can visit and try and meet some Indonesian there.
Yeah. How about Nika? Anything else?
Well, we have Indonesian traditional dance classes, so you can come and join us for any gender, any age, or anybody.
By your side.
I think we just need to work together to represent Indonesia better for the next year, next 2 years. Still, I don't know it.
Yeah.
We just need to better person
Yeah.
as Indonesian.
Like our
yes.
motto,
Yes.
unity in diversity,
yeah, correct.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Catherine.
Yeah, I think Indonesians are very welcoming. We're always smiling, even if
With the
we're
reason,
not.
with the reason.
Yeah, with the reason, and we like to have a good time. Again, I echo what Aldo said. Definitely try out all the Indonesian food because I think it's one of the best Indonesian food scenes in the East Coast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's very
Yeah.
special here.
So I think speaking of food, I think we're gonna go over here with Irza, right?
Okay.
Irza, if you would, I'll follow you.
Okay.
And then we want to talk about this famous salad. Okay, so I heard that you're gonna be talking about gado-gado, which is the Indonesian famous salad. If you're
Yes.
from Indonesia, you usually know what gado-gado is. So do you want to tell me a little bit what is this specific dish and where is it from?
Gado-gado from Java, basically from Java. But
Okay.
we have a few style of gado-gado. I just pick one from the city that I come from Surabaya.
Okay.
So the ingredient and then one thing I have to mention that we use some typical of the vegetable, but
Okay.
here everybody can use whatever they want, whatever they like. So
Okay.
yeah,
So it's kind of like do it yourself.
yes,
make
exactly.
it your own kind
yeah,
of thing.
make
Okay.
your own gado-gado. The basic of ingredient is the shallots, garlic, and we have candle nut. We have Indonesian bay leaf,
Okay.
and then I always roasted my own peanut, but we
Okay.
can do with the peanut butter as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So I don't
it's
have to
easier. Yes,
roast my-
easier. Yes,
Okay.
easier for you to make it.
So I can just go to any store
Any
and buy
store,
peanut
grab
butter.
the peanut butter.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the vegetable that I use today is the lettuce,
Okay. So maybe
string
you
bean.
do this
Yes,
thing, we can show
lettuce,
people too.
string bean, and we have a boiled cabbage and bean sprout, and we have a cherry tomato. Indonesia, we use the big one.
Okay.
The,
Okay, not cherry
yes, not
tomatoes,
this
so you
tomato.
slice
this is
it?
easier.
Okay.
And then not too
Yeah, we like
watery.
easy. Okay.
And then some cucumber, and
Okay.
we have a tofu and boiled potato
Oh,
and
okay.
boiled egg.
Okay. So if you don't like any of this, you take
Yeah,
it
you
out.
can
or
take
you
it out and
add
change something
whatever.
else. Sometimes I eat it with the broccoli.
Okay.
Why
so
not?
is it vegetarian then? It's you don't put meat or anything.
Yes, I don't put meat anything, but if you consider vegan, just take out the egg. You can
Oh,
take
okay.
out.
Okay.
All right.
So
And
what do you
then-
do?
Yes.
So you cut every. Do you
Cut-
have to?
We
cook
have to boil a
some of-
little bit,
okay.
so let the water boil and just put the bean sprout and just take it out, put in the air batch.
Okay.
Same thing with the cabbage.
Can you
So
eat it
st-
raw? What if
you
someone
can,
wants to
if
eat?
you
Okay.
can. You can eat
Okay,
anything
just
raw if you
wondering,
like
yeah.
it. Some,
Yeah.
Because Americans love raw vegetable.
Yep.
You can
Okay.
do it too.
Okay,
No,
that's
that is
easier
yes,
anyways.
easier.
Okay.
And then this is the I made a little mess earlier. So this is the dressing, the
Okay,
peanut
so
dressing.
that's the peanut dressing.
Yeah, peanut
So, but
dressing.
wait, is it just peanut butter?
Peanut
or
butter,
what else do you?
Shallot,
Okay, you put all
garlic,
that,
and we
garlic.
have candle nut, and we have the Indonesian
Okay.
bay leaf.
Do you even use like any soy sauce or anything like that?
I just put a little salt
Oh, okay, salt.
and palm sugar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for cooking, I think palm sugar much better, give you more better flavor
Oh,
than
okay.
the regular sugar.
Okay.
All right, we just mix it together, put on the stove, and just put water. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Coconut milk. You can use it. You cannot use it. It's up to you.
For the sauce.
For the sauce. For the
dressing.
dressing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So are you gonna
Yes.
mix it here
Yeah,
right now?
we're
Do
gonna
you need
mix
help?
it. Yes. We just put.
Should I go over here?
Yeah.
This is so much. So are we sharing this with
Oh
everybody
yeah.
here?
Everybody can enjoy later.
Okay. Great. So if you're hungry, there's Indonesian salad for everybody. Everybody in the studio. So what if I like my gado-gado with a lot of dressing? I can do
Yeah,
that too,
you
right?
can. Yes, and try to make the
Smells
dressing a little thicker, because you know why? We have some boiled vegetable. There is a lot of water in with the vegetable, so I think they're gonna make dressing.
Oh, I see. A little, so not as dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as thick as.
Okay. And I know in Indonesia we also eat with a lot of spicy sauce, sambal.
Yes, sambal.
Can you do that with gado-gado too, or no?
Yeah, you just put on the side, because not a lot of people love spicy stuff. Okay, you can just add some more, but before that we can use. That's the original thing, is we can use the bitter.
The crackers.
Yeah, the bitter.
Okay.
On top of it.
So can it be just any crackers?
It's up to you.
It's up
to
to
you.
you, okay.
And some shrimp
I don't
crackers.
want to
But
do the wrong thing.
yes, but some people can use the garlic crackers,
Okay.
or maybe peanut crackers.
Peanut crackers.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
But
up
if you're
to you.
allergic to peanut,
Yes,
obviously
yeah,
you can. Okay.
So.
Okay. So should
Ready.
we like
Yes.
put one and then give it to somebody? You
Yeah.
guys want to try? Okay. Maybe we should give it to Pastor Aldo,
Yeah.
since like he's the most handsome one here tonight.
I know, right?
All right, Pastor Aldo, we're gonna make you try this.
Okay.
Let's see how you like it.
I'm,
Because
Gordon
this is not
Ramsay.
from the island where your family is from.
No,
right?
I originally come from Sumatra.
Yeah. Okay.
Mmm.
You have
It's
a big
good?
bowl of it.
Baisa,
Yeah. So
Yes.
this is the best.
Thank you. It's not because
Okay.
you sit down beside me, right?
yeah. So if you want more, you can go over there. So tell me a little bit about what's on here. So what is this too? Is this like a traditional Javanese outfit?
Yes, Javanese outfit.
Okay.
The really original traditional one.
Okay.
Especially come from the royal family. Yes. Most
Okay.
of them. Yes.
So this is the bride and groom?
yeah.
Okay. So I know that you do a lot of events too in the
Yes.
community, and then
Yeah.
you even travel to New York, you
Yes.
cook for the consulate general. So what if someone wants to contact you? You can do that? You're available for parties?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You can contact me by messenger from Facebook. You can see in the Facebook Pecel Deso USA, IG, or
Okay.
Pecel Deso.
Yeah.
So
okay,
yeah,
just
right
like
there.
this one.
Yep,
Okay, that says, okay, pecel deso.
Yes.
Okay, so any other food that is the typical Javanese food that you would serve or maybe make for the community?
Actually, a lot of food that we can serve to everybody, not even our community, outside Indonesian community too, as long as they like it, as long as they want to try. I think good.
Okay. Are you having any events anywhere coming up in Philadelphia that you can tell everybody that they can show up and maybe buy your food and try
we're
your
gonna
food?
have two big one on August. One is August 17, right in Independence Day. We call
Indonesian
them,
Independence Day.
Indonesian Independence Day. We call them Kampung Indonesia. It's going to be held in Cherry Pier.
At the Cherry Street Pier.
Cherry Street
Okay.
Pier.
What time is that?
From 2 till 8 o'clock. They're
Okay.
going to have a food, dancing, movie, and performance, a lot of stuff. And we invite you to join with us. And then the second one is, I think, the 24th.
The
August
24th.
24th.
So the following week.
Yes, a week after, we have a Pesta Riot in Indonesia. It's going to be in the, what, Thomas
I think
Aquinas?
I think
Yes,
in South
Thomas
Philly,
Aquinas,
right?
Yes, 11 to 5, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Just wait till the next.
So people can come and then just bring a lot of
Everybody
cash?
can come with family. You can enjoy the food, enjoy the performance,
Okay.
and enjoy the view.
So it's open for the public.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And we have enough that we can give to
Enough for
everybody after the
everybody. Yeah,
program. So that's great. Now
I'm
we have
gonna,
dinner.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem.
So I think next we're going to have a performance by Nicodila from the island of Java. Is called Tari Merak, which means peacock dance. And the dance is actually from the central part of Java. It's showcasing the typical birds that is living in West Java. So please welcome Nika.
that was very beautiful. So now we've invited Pastor Aldo back and Rustiana. Thank
Hi,
you.
how are you?
How are you? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been here since year of 2000, and I'm working at Kuriling as a workforce advisor, and I'm Indonesian, and I'm here for the community, and I love in Philadelphia brotherly love, and I hope everybody welcome.
Thank you. And she is one of the dance moms of one of the teenagers who
That's
will be
correct.
performing later today. So, and Pastor Aldo, now we want to talk a little bit about something that you touched on earlier about the challenges of the Indonesian and immigrant community. Can you remind us kind of what you said earlier?
Yeah, as you know, with the current political situation right now, there is some news saying that there's going to be a raid for immigrant communities, which including, of course, Indonesian and some other communities as well.
Yeah, so when you are, talking with members of your congregation or with members of the Indonesian community, what do you say to them? How do you prepare them for when something happens to them? Let's run through a couple of scenarios, but
Yes, I always encourage them to take a training about Know Your Right training, as well give them handouts about Know Your Rights. So let's talk about a little bit about Know Your Rights as to refresh everyone about
Yeah.
Know Your Rights.
Right. So we want to talk about, there's so many like us, like you say about a lot of in scenario. So we want to talk about how about we put this an example at home. So what do you think if, like you say, you have to know your rights, right?
So in case immigration came to your house, what should I do? First, if someone knocking on your door, and if they're not sure whether you're inside or there's somebody inside
the
the
house.
house or not, I think the best thing is just be quiet, be silent.
Be silent. And of course, common sense, you need to pick, who's outside. So, and just want to add, as a Indonesian community, just like you say earlier, we're very friendly. And in our culture, we always welcome everybody. And this is it's a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing because, especially with the situation right now, you don't just like open the door and then you
yeah, what if somebody is banging on your door at 6 in the morning and you're half asleep? What should you do? Should you open the door? What happens? What do you do?
I think the first thing, do not open the door. Take a look from the window. And then if it's an ICE agent knocking your door, you ask them like, who are you?
And then what if they say, I'm looking for Aldo, and it's you? And so what do you say to them?
If they're looking for, give the first scenario, if they're looking for somebody else, we can tell them this is the wrong house. And if they're looking for me, I'm looking for Aldo. And then we can ask like, can you slip under the door the warrant?
That's right, because as we consulted with lawyers about know
Correct.
your rights, there's two types of warrants. There's one that's to search your home or an arrest warrant. And a lot
Correct.
of times they will not have a search warrant
The
for
search
your
warrant,
house. So
correct.
unless they have that, you don't have to let them in, correct?
That's correct.
And in case of in case that they come in when you open the door, if you have children, if you have an elderly people in your house, make sure you tell them to tell the officer that, hey, I have a children here underage. I have an elderly that I need to take care. Yeah.
So so if that's in the home, so what happens if you are leaving for work and you go outside? Maybe you're going to your car. What do you do?
On the street.
Number one, never ever do not run, never run, So, and if they ask is it, are you Aldo, and you have right to say,
Am I free to go?
am I free to go? And then on top on that, you can just like, you say that just cooperate and then don't run and then just like state it that you give your name is fine, but you want to see the warrant. That is, yeah.
And what if they ask you questions? What do you do? Do you have the right to remain silent?
Yes, you can just remain silent and not answering the questions. Yes, and also like she mentioned earlier, you can ask, "Who are you?" Like first of all, you ask them, "Who are you?"
Correct.
Make sure they are
They are
who they say
right,
they
who
are.
they say
Right.
they are,
Yeah.
correct.
So that's on the street. Since you're walking in front of the store. So now you're going to work. What happens if they come for you at work? What do you do then?
Usually, if they come to our work placement, they need to show their warrant to the supervisor or to the owner of the
Correct.
company.
Yes.
If the owner of the company do not allow them to enter their building, they cannot enter the building. So make sure also you tell your supervisor or the owner of your company about the situation if the immigration come to the workplace.
And then if they search you, you can just play calm and then just say, I do not consent to this search.
Okay.
So they can say that too.
Right. So what are, these are scary scenarios. It's
It
such a
is.
shame that immigrants and other communities are being targeted, especially in this day and age, especially when a lot of immigrants are fleeing some harsher political realities in
It's
their
true.
own home country. They come here and it's still not safe. So let's talk about what are the absolute musts that our communities can do to, what do we need? What kind of things do we need to prepare?
Well, we need to know you have to have a lawyer. You have to know who is your lawyer, the lawyer name, and then the phone number. And also, you have to know who's your leader in the community, pastor, and just have it in your phone, your wallet, and then sometimes your phone is not even safe also because they can take it, the officer can take that away from you, and then now what? But you have something in your wallet.
It's important also from now on for immigrants to prepare like power of attorney.
Correct.
Some of them have bank account, have a car, even with power of attorney to help if they have a children, who's gonna take care of the children, who has the authority to take care of their belongings. Yeah.
Those are some very good tips. But what if you don't have a lawyer? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think you need to have the name and then the phone number of the leader or whoever they're able to help you out.
And I'm sure there are so many good organizations in Philadelphia
Correct.
that can help you as an immigrant. One of them, New Sanctuary Movement, AAU, American Asian United, Juntos, Catholic Church.
Yeah, the
organization.
Catholic churches. There is, Rustiana mentioned it earlier, Know Your Rights. There's some cards available. There's a really good resource from the Catholic Legal Immigration Network where you can print out Know Your Rights cards.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, and the Know Your Rights card is very important and highly suggested that you make a 2 copy and write it down who's the lawyer or whoever the information person that you need, their phone number. The reason why you need 2 of the cards, because when you face to face with the officer, and when you hand it out to the officer, and the card say I'm exercising my right to remain silent, and there's the name of the lawyer and then the phone number, and then when you hand it out to the officer, they probably won't take it back to you, won't give it back to you. So at least you have another one in your wallet, so it's have extra.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for being so involved in our
Thank you
communities.
for having me.
And also giving some good tips for our community.
We have to stay together.
Thank you. So now we're going to switch gears back to a little celebration. So this is a dance from East Java. It's called the Gandrung dance, and it's from Banyuwangi, and it's a celebration dance. We are going. Please welcome Anna, Allison, Tika, Gabby, and Zaylin.
Sampur penghormatan dimulai.
thank you for the teen dancers of Modero Company. That typical dancers, if you don't know, in Banyuwangi in East Java, usually performed by thousands of dancers. So the President of Indonesia, President Jokowi, just visited the area, and they have about 5,000 dancers. Yeah, so it's amazing. It's amazing. So these dancers also perform at the Philadelphia Phillies game back in April. So usually the Modero Company, we perform also every year as a celebration for the Asian Pacific Heritage Night. So we had about 12 dancers. We have about 12 dancers, so it was such a proud moment for us. So we want to thank PhillyCAM for having us here. We have multiple events coming up. In August. Just want to let everyone know. Sorry, a little choked up. So we have Indonesian Week also coming up from August 10th until August 24th, and there are several things that we want to let everybody know in the community. We hope that everybody would come and be part of this celebration on August 10th, following up on what you just talked about with Vincencia also about the knowing your rights. The Indonesian community actually will be hosting a legal Q&A, collaborating with Asian American United, Viet Lead, Modero will be hosting, but we'll also have one immigration lawyer locally from Philadelphia and one immigration lawyer who's Indonesian from New York City, so then our community can freely speak in our language to ask any questions that they may have. It's going to be a free space, right? Safe space. So I hope you all would let everybody in the community know. I hope you all will come also.
Definitely,
yeah. So, and then we have a few performances. If you go to modero.co online, you will see all the listings of our events. And did you hear about the flag raising ceremony about that?
Tell me a little bit about it.
So we're having flag raising ceremony working with City of Philadelphia, right here in City Hall in the North Apron.
Wow.
So we're hoping that we get city officials and maybe the mayor will come. The newly appointed Indonesian ambassador, His Excellency Mr. Mahendra Siregar, is actually going to attend.
That's going to be on the August 17th?
That's going to be August 23rd, a Friday.
August 23rd.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a Friday. It's going to be at, I think it's at 2 p.m. It's open for anybody. There's going to be a couple performances also, and there's going to be the flag raising ceremony. And you know about Paskibraka, right?
Right.
So do you want to tell people what Paskibraka is? What's so unique about Indonesian flag raising ceremony?
But I'm not sure, what is Paskibraka in English?
I don't think there is English
So
version for it.
Paskibraka is some, usually high school students that they practice every week, that they're the one who bring the Indonesian flag, and then they're the one who raise the flag. In their schools. Because usually we have our ceremony every Monday.
Right,
Yes,
right.
right.
Every
Flag, yeah.
Monday,
Yeah.
every Monday. So that's the idea of Paskibraka. Also, we bring into this event on the August 23rd.
Yeah.
And
It's like a military style flag, right? Like a flag troop or something, right?
yes.
Without
but this time it's not the high schoolers or the young people, but this time the community leaders themselves,
wow.
they're the one who's gonna.
Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay! So
You're
that'll be
wearing
interesting
all
to
white.
White and black. White and black. And if you don't know, our flag is red and white.
Red and white.
Red represent
Blood.
bravery.
Yeah, well,
bravery,
for our blood, red
yeah,
for our
and
blood.
then white, pure. Yeah, that's the symbolizes of red and white. Yeah.
Okay, so anybody can come, right, to the flag raising ceremony. And then do you want to talk about the Kampung Indonesia in Cherry Street? I know you talk about maybe what are you going to be selling there?
For sure, we're gonna have gado-gado.
Okay.
The
and
Indonesian
rendang.
and the
And
Indonesian salad. The Indonesian
yeah,
salad.
The Indonesian salad.
Yeah.
And then rendang, that the one you love.
Okay.
And then all kind of food.
All kinds
and
of food.
I hope a few of the vendor can pass all the exam to get there because it's not easy.
Yeah, you have to have City of Philly
we
permit.
Have to
Yeah.
have a city permit.
Yeah.
And then you have to have 1 month before event. So you got, if you wanna join with us, you have to hurry to apply. All right. So and then
So they can probably contact you also.
yes, yeah. Feel free to contact me.
Irsa, tell them that they need to try our Indonesian chips. The Indonesian crackers like
Yes, with the
rempeyek,
peanut. Yeah.
emping.
Yep.
You tell them what is rempeyek. Oh, that's my favorite.
The shrimp crackers, my
Shrimp
favorite.
crackers.
Yes, the shrimp, I think everybody know the shrimp crackers,
Yeah.
but not a lot of people know about the
Rempeyek?
peanut crackers.
Peanut crackers, yeah.
We call them rempeyek, but actually not only with the peanut. We can do with anchovy,
Anchovy.
or mung bean, or
Oh, yeah.
a shrimp.
Huh.
But they're really good.
Yeah.
See,
And
when
you can eat with everything, and maybe you can snack when you're driving before you fell asleep. You just eat the crackers.
Or while you're watching TV.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's what I do.
Watching Modero dancing in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
yeah.
this is what happens when more than two Indonesians get together. We talk about food.
Yeah. I think any immigrant communities, food is something that bring us together. I think what Modero have experienced over the years is when we host an event, we have food, we invite everybody from the community. We actually have about 1,000 people coming to our food festival, right? But what surprisingly, it was everybody from all over Philadelphia. West Philly, everybody from the community, outside of the community. So I think the food is really bringing people together. Wouldn't you say that? And the culture is really bringing people together because it's universal.
Yes,
Everybody
true.
likes to enjoy an artistic performance, right?
Right. That's true. And also maybe I want to add something for the Cherry Street Pier because we're going to perform, Modero going to perform with a live music.
Oh yeah, with live
Right.
gamelan.
Tell
With
us
a
Yeah,
live
tell us a
music
little bit.
instruments
Gamelan
called
is.
gamelan. We'll be dancing Balinese dance, and the instrument will be from gamelan from Bali. And so it's really excited because it may be the first time in Philadelphia to host this kind of live performance. It's really authentic, and you're gonna love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
we
kind-
have a becha.
Yeah. What is becha?
What is special?
Oh, okay.
You have to explain what is becha. We know, but
Yeah,
people
I
don't
think
know.
It's a traditional.
The tricycle.
Tricycle.
Yeah, transportation.
Yeah,
I think only
transportation.
2 people,
Only
right,
2
can
people
sit
fit-
in it. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if that's safe. But yeah.
Yeah, it is very exciting.
Yeah.
Speaking about food earlier, one thing that always I remember, I think you're right, that food can bring us together. The Indonesian Muslim community in Philadelphia, they have a mosque, Al Falah Mosque, and every time they have their Muslim holiday, the
Yeah.
Eid al-Fitri, they invited people, or when they have a break the fasting,
Break the fasting. Yeah.
when I come there, man,
Yeah. It's like
the food
abundance
is
of food.
amazing. Yeah. And again, that can break the barrier. The Christian, the Muslim, they can sit
Yeah.
together and
We are one.
just eat food together and just having a casual conversation.
yeah.
And that's amazing for me.
Yeah, I think it's great that even though we're far away from home, for some of us, Philadelphia is home. For some of us, is forever home, right? So I think it's great that the community is coming together, and then we don't see anybody coming from different background or different ethnic groups from Indonesia, and then the mosque is welcoming, and then your church is welcoming, and I know other churches in South Philadelphia is very welcoming to us to even let Modero come and perform, even though it's not a religious performance. We come and perform, and then letting Catherine even read your poem at one of the events. So I think it's really nice to have that. So I hope we can continue this unity.
Yes.
Unity in diversity. Do you think that is true here? Can you explain what that is for Indonesians?
We call it Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, in easy way, unity in diversity. As you know, we have hundreds languages, we have hundreds tribal, groups in Indonesia, and we come together with one language, one Indonesia, the Indonesian language. And I think me personally, I experienced that here in Philadelphia. And I don't know about other cities in the state, but I feel that the unity and diversity, it's really speaking a lot in my life in here.
That's great. How many languages do you speak?
1, 2, 2.
Wait, you don't speak your local language from your
just a
ethnic
little
group?
bit. I just understand, but I don't know how to.
What is that called? Batak?
Batak.
Bataknese?
Yeah.
Okay.
I originally come from North Sumatra. Batak.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Nico? Where in Indonesia your family is from?
Well, my family from Sumatra. My father come from Sumatra, and my mother come from West Java, Banten. And I grew up in Bandung, where's the dance come from, actually. So, and I speak the tribe language, Sundanese, and Indonesian English.
So
Yeah.
you speak 3 languages. Okay. How about you?
My mother from Java, my father from Maluku.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you didn't know about that, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
She's Ambonese.
Albanese, yes. But I was born in Surabaya. So pretty much Javanese more in my blood.
So you speak.
But I speak
3 languages.
Indonesian, Japanese, English.
Yeah. And we already heard about Catherine too. I'm from the island of Sulawesi, so if you look at the Indonesian map, it kind of looks almost like a K with an extra leg, right?
And
Or
what do they
hand.
use? What do you speak there?
Well, I speak a language called Pamonian, so I speak that, and then I speak Indonesian, I speak English. I speak a little bit of Malay too, which is the root of Indonesian language. So I think we want to thank PhillyCAM for having us. This is great that we
Thank
get
you,
to share our culture. Hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully everybody in Philadelphia can watch this and get to know our community, come with us, break bread with us, and enjoy summer, and then we hope to see you soon.
Thank you, guys.